Hi, I'm Mike Capizzola from the Investing Channel, and you're watching Pink Diamond, the show where we help you find the diamonds in the rough of the pink sheet and small cap market. This week on Pink Diamond, we're turning our attention back to the world of cryptocurrencies and revisiting a stock that we've featured several times in the past, and it's one we will probably revisit in the future as well. That stock is Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust, the OTC-listed fund which invests exclusively in Bitcoin. The investment trust was launched back in September 2013, and it was a groundbreaking product back then. Even today, it's one of only a few listed instruments that specifically track the performance of a cryptocurrency, in this case, Bitcoin. The trust provides its shareholders with auditable, titled ownership of shares that have a direct exposure to the world's largest cryptocurrency. The investment trust shares trades like any other listed stock, that is, continuously throughout the day, allowing investors to move in and out of the security as and when they wish to do so. Unlike an open-ended ETF, the number of shares or units in an investment trust is broadly fixed, and that number does not fluctuate based on flows into or out of the trust, as happens in an ETF. Instead, the value of the trust shares reflect changes in the valuation of their underlying assets and the level of demand among investors who want to own those shares. The trust shares trade at either a premium or discount to the value of its underlying Bitcoin holdings. Though the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust has periodically issued new shares to accredited investors through a series of private placements, they've helped the trust to grow in size. When we last looked at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust back in November 2020, it had around $6.5 billion of assets under management. However, in the months since then, that assets under management figure has swollen to more than $32 billion. The growth in assets has been driven in part by increasing institutional interest in the fund, and some very high-profile names are now on the shareholders' register. These include Morgan Stanley, who last week bought 1 million shares in the Bitcoin Investment Trust, which currently trades around $40 a share. In fact, the U.S. Investment Bank has acquired some 6.35 million shares in the trust, making them the second largest shareholder behind ARK Invest, the fund management company headed by high-profile technology investor Cathie Wood. Veteran fund manager Bill Miller is also an owner of the stock, and his Miller Opportunity Trust recently disclosed a holding of 1.5 million shares. It's been a bumpy year for the price of Bitcoin, which over 6 months is down by 3% versus the U.S. dollar. However, over the year to date, the cryptocurrency is up 75.1%, and over the last 52 weeks, those gains climbed to 370.58%. The year-to-date low in the Bitcoin price is $28,957 per coin. However, it's currently trading just above $50,000, though even that level is still well short of the year-to-date high of $64,789. For its part, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is up 26.2% year-to-date and over 52 weeks by 235.98%. The $50,000 per coin level in Bitcoin is seen as being a key psychological and technical price point with market commentators and analysts, suggesting that this could be a staging point for a run-up to a new all-time high. We can see just how closely the prices of Bitcoin and the Grayscale Trust are correlating in this 5-year chart of the pair. Given the growing interest in the world of cryptocurrencies and the fact that money managers are now allocating assets to the sector, it's not surprising that we should see interest in the Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust among Wall Street professionals. In recent weeks, Trackstar IQ, our proprietary search tracking database, has highlighted 173 searches on the company made by 131 individual institutional traders. Many institutions and investors want to have exposure to cryptocurrencies. However, there are many barriers to entry in terms of trading or investing in the underlying coins for most fund managers. Issues around security and storage, clear title to the investment, and a lack of regulation and oversight are just some of the hurdles that need to be overcome. In Europe, there are around 40 crypto-linked exchange-traded products, or ETPs, but in the U.S., these types of securities have not been approved by regulators, and that means that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is in a unique position. Institutional demand is only likely to rise in the future and may do so at a faster rate if the Bitcoin price begins to appreciate once more. After all, London-based fund manager Ruffer Investment Company generated a $1 billion profit within 5 months from a Bitcoin trade it initiated in November last year. And those are the kind of returns that very few money managers or retail traders can afford to ignore. To find out more about our Trackstar IQ data, sign up for our free newsletter at investingchannel.com/Trackstar. Small and micro-cap stocks can be high-risk investments, so before you make any decisions, Please ensure you do your own due diligence.